To chronicle the who, what, where, and when show of the Lake Sunapee region, I'm Abby Peel. We have many local authors hiding in our woods and hills. Let's hear from Katharine about one that has a new book coming out.
Thank you, Abby. And I'm so happy that you're back with me here in the gallery at Main Street BookEnds. We've got a couple of wonderful events coming up that I wanted to tell everybody about. They'll be right here in the gallery. They're what we call launch parties, so it's very exciting because it's when the author first introduces their brand new book to the public, and it's a celebration because it's always usually a 2 or 3 year process before the book is actually published. So we definitely make a party out of it, and we're very excited about this one because this is our hometown boy. I joke that Ian Rogers is Main Street BookEnds' version of John Grisham, because for years John Grisham would publish his books and they went nowhere, but he always released them at his little local bookstore. And then all of a sudden John Grisham became John Grisham, and he still goes back to his little bookstore to release his books. So Ian Rogers is a wonderful writer, grew up here in Warner. He published this book, MFA thesis novel, which came out a couple of years ago. Very, very fun book about what it's like to go through a Masters of Fine Arts program and all the academic nonsense that goes on. So this was very fun. However, he now has an entirely different book that we are happy to be launching right here in the gallery on Saturday, July 26th at 2 o'clock. It'll happen down here. This one is called Car Crash Parker and the Haven of LARPers. And if you're like me, you don't know what a LARPer is. And I discovered that LARPer is live action role players. So I kind of think that Ian might have some background in this because he brings in a lot of very, very fun characters. Inside the first couple of pages, you get a map of this magical land. And the map looks an awful lot like New Hampshire with all kinds of imaginary wonderful places, but it looks like New England and New Hampshire. And then this little tiny town where all the action happens. It's kind of medieval, but it's also crosses into the 80s and the 90s. It's just really, really wacky stuff. It kind of looks like Warner. And there are a lot of very, very fun references throughout the book to the area, to people that we know, to consequences that we know about. So he obviously had entirely too much fun writing this book. And he is a wonderful young man. He contributes a lot to the town here in Warner in his spare time because he is a very busy guy. So we're super excited to be having the party for Car Crash Parker and the Haven of LARPers, and that's going to be here in the gallery on Saturday, July 26th at 2 o'clock. And we hope you can come because he's a lot of fun and the book is a lot of fun. So sitting down here in the gallery at Main Street BookEnds, I always like to remind everyone that something wonderful is happening in Warner.
Thanks, Katharine.